on to another episode of the Bust Down. One thing, we're going to start looking at first is the dollar. With the dollar right here, it's actually very interesting what the dollar is doing. So one thing that I noticed is, before we hop on this chart, let's go to another chart. So one thing I've noticed that price is actually doing is, on the daily time frame, price is actually making a head and shoulders. So because of price making this head and shoulders, right, and because of the clear rejection we got right here, the next spot that I want to see price go to is back towards the neckline, right? So this neckline right here is around 96.5. So because I have the dollar going up, right, what we're going to be able to see is USD XXX, right? That's going to be going up. And this other stuff right here, right, where USD is a second pair, that's going to be going down. And then I'll make that red for y'all. So this is what we're expecting to see. Like I said, I do see this head and shoulders formation. Even on top of stuff like that, this is a very easy chart to throw a fib on and then understand what is actually happening with price. So one thing we can actually see is that if we check out where price is at, we see price rejecting perfectly off of our 618. And our 618 is actually our golden zone, or one of our 3 golden zones for whenever we check out fibs. So literally, we can see perfect rejection on the daily candle, right? Over here, we see perfect rejection on the daily as well. So because we have such strong rejection off of the daily, does this apply to the NU buy? Okay, so I'll explain how this applies to anything and everything. Guri, sorry if I said your name wrong, but so listen, bro, the DXY itself, right? The DXY, this is how the dollars do. Like the DXY dollar. If the DXY is going down, USD pairs are going down. If the DXY is going up, then US dollar based pairs are going up. So whenever you trade Forex, one thing that I do every single time I hop on the charts is, step 1, I check the DXY. This is step 1. Because if I understand what the DXY is doing, then I'm able to understand 1/2 of a lot of the currency pairs. And if we look at the list of pairs that I trade, I actually trade a lot of USD based pairs. USDCAD, USDJPY, EJ and CAD-J, those are just correlations for UJ, but EJ, I trade USDCHF, GBPUSD, AUDUSD, and gold. All of these pairs all have USD in them, so you can see how important the US dollar is to me. So like I said, guys, I do see the head and shoulders forming. So now if we actually go to my chart setup that I have, right, price came down. So let me fix this really quickly. We'll go to the 4. So over here where price has been before, right, we can see that price made that head and shoulders. I put a rectangle box where I wanted to see price hit the same spot. So now that we have this right here, like I said, guys, the next zone I would like to see price go to would be anywhere here. It could go to 96.3, it could go to 96.5, but all of this information I'm basing off of the fact that the last time price was down here, right, the same spot where price is right now, it went up all the way up. I'm not saying price is going to come up to test 97, but I do expect price to test at least 96.5. So even this time right here where price is at, it went up. This first wick came in 96.25. Over here, this thing capped out at 96.5. So, like I said, I do expect to see the continuation of the head and shoulders. So that is why, like I said, I am looking to see the dollar go up. And because I want to see the dollar go up, my biases for tonight, guys, is I would like to see USD based pairs as buys, and I would like to see Euro USD and pairs like that be sells. How accurate is that going to be? Well, we have to just check it out in the next couple of hours. So that's what I see for the dollar, right? Now for this pair right here on USDCAD, I had this buy limit. So I had price, let me delete these arrows just because I had price doing something long term, but we'll delete these. So, okay, delete. So checking out this chart, I have a sell opportunity that I've been waiting for. And so my sell limit is at this price right here, 3295. This 3295 is our yellow line. So pretty much with this right here, I have the sell limit where it's a little bit below the whole number, just because of the fact that sometimes price might miss going towards the whole number. So if price in fact ends up hitting our entry, right, which is a little bit lower than the white line, we for sure are going to get grabbed into our entry. So, like I said, I am expecting to see this pair go up. Another thing about it too is that even if we just check out what's happening with USD CAD, right, it basically hits the yellow line, then it'll come down to almost this red line. So, right, almost hit the yellow line, we're going to see it come down to right here. So we could see, this sell probably continue to happen. It might finish out, but I am expecting for this sell limit to get hit. And so with this sell limit, right, if we just check this out, one thing with the sell that we could see is that, we're risking right here, the total, if you wanted to be safe with your stop loss, 40 pips, but for me, my stop loss would be 25 pips, just because of the fact that I'm only using my stop loss to cover that wick and cover that wick. If price goes above these wicks, then, price might be making its move up towards this higher area, which is not what I'm looking for. So for the moment, like I said, 25 pips stop loss, right? Or 30 pips stop loss. So we just rounded 30 pips to try to gain 40. Or if we put it at our second TP of our 236, that's going to be 66 pips. So I would still like to see the sell, but USD CAD, I don't think it's ready right now for the sell. So for the moment, I'm just going to be watching and seeing what these pairs do. To be honest, I'm not expecting any moves until late London, early New York, just because of the fact that, the dollar needs to decide what it's going to do before we have any moves happen. So checking this out, right, guys, today's Wednesday, or about to be Wednesday for some people. So we have FOMC statements in the afternoon. This is 2 p.m. Eastern time. So all of this is very important USD news. As far as anything else goes, we just got a whole bunch of yellow folders and stuff like that. So nothing too crazy, but USD folders is definitely going to be crazy. So like I said, that's USD CAD, USDJPY. So last week I had told you guys to sell UJ, and then TP1 was our 707, which was 26 pips. TP2, even if we just say it was our 0.5, that's 51 pips in the duffel bag. TP3 didn't get hit, but that's okay. One thing that USDJPY is doing is it's respecting this whole trend line. So because of that, this is what I would like to see. I would like to see a buy setup at 109.165. So this trade right here, this is a trade that I'm actually going to probably be taking right now, just because of how little we're actually risking in order to make a lot more profit. So with this right here, we're having a stop loss of 10 pips. And let me make this smaller for you guys. So if we took a trade right here at this price I drew, 109.165, we're having an 11 pip stop loss. TP1 is 26 pips. TP2 would be 40. TP3 would be 50 pips. So like I said, you know, this is more or less what I would like to see. TP1, we put right here. TP2 is right here. And then this is TP3. So this is a trade setup that I would like to see for this pair. What I'm going to do is copy paste. I'm going to put this in my actual chart. USDJPY for our buy idea. So if you guys are not in, oh fuck, wrong Telegram chat. Oh well. If you guys are not in my Telegram chat, you know, let me know in the comments. I'll add you guys to it. I'll drop the link for you guys. Matter of fact, I'll just probably do that right now. Okay, bet. So I'm going to toss this in the chat. If you guys are not already in my group chat, you know, I drop signals in there. Well, not signals, but I drop charts and we all talk and stuff like that. So like I said, USDJPY, that's what I see for that pair. Moving on, EJ, I'm looking for that buy situation. You know, I thought it was going to go to the downside, but I'm not too sure anymore just because shout out to Jacob for joining. Shout out to Eric for joining. I'm looking for the upside movement just because of the fact that we have all of our RSIs. Let me change that color. My bad, guys. We have all of price that's underneath what's going on right now, right? We have all of these moving averages underneath. And so our yellow lines is our little flag kind of setup thing that we had. You know, we got this M, we got this consolidation right here. But, you know, okay, you know, like I said, we just got to see what these pairs do. We already broke out of all of these previous wick zones. So, you know, price is definitely testing right now just to see what it's going to do. But I do think that we're going to see the same setup as UJ and EU, where we're going to, I mean, as UJ to where it's going to be buys. USDCAD, you know, it's kind of looking the same way. I don't really trade USDCAD. I just look at these pairs to kind of like give me that confirmation that they're all doing the same thing. You know, the flash crash really kind of made trading harder. It's definitely still possible, but, you know, it's kind of hard with the whole, like, pairs dropping 600 pips in a day. So, you know, that candle really messed up a lot of my charts. But CAD JPY, you know, we're kind of seeing the same thing. All of these pairs are more or less in the upwards direction, all of these yen pairs. So we could definitely just check out, you know, how these do over the next couple of days. Euro USD, I painted a handy dandy flag situation. With this right here, you know, we are getting these 3 touches to the top side, right? We got 1, 2, we got these 3 touches right here. So remember what I was saying, if the USD goes up, guys, I'm looking to see this sell end up happening, right? Just because of the fact that the dollar is going to be continuing to gain strength. So like I said, I would like to see this sell just because we do have this triple top setup right here. Stop loss on this trade would there literally be 10 to 40 pips max. And then TP would be 60, 90, or it could be 130 for that sell setup. You know, I actually like that trade idea just because it's 40 pips. You know, it's nothing crazy. But at the same time, I also need confirmations that this thing is breaking out to the downside. You know, I don't want to take a sell and then it just goes up to here and then drops. You get what I'm saying? There's no reason to put yourself on unnecessary drawdown. So always make sure you're checking out what is actually happening on the charts, guys. Do not force trades, because if you guys force trades, MetaTrader is going to force your wallet to be broke. So, you know, I tell people don't be thirsty in the market, because thirsty people get exposed. I want to learn grub. What is grub, brother? I do not know what grub is. So that's that for EURUSD. Like I said, I do see this sell setup. Even checking it out, guys, we do have this triple top. Like I said, 1, 2, 3. You know, look for that confirmation of the downside movement. Even if we get something like this and then it moves down, you know, anything could definitely help us out. Another thing too as well is if we, using our moving averages, right, if we're able to see price. So let me delete my moving averages and I'm going to re-put some up. So with these moving averages, guys, I like to use a 200 and the 50. They are pretty good moving averages as far as their purpose and what they do. We'll put the 200. And then also we will turn this to a 50. So if any of you guys know what's up with that whole market maker method stuff, you know, water and the mayonnaise. So we got everything right here. It's kind of telling us that we have these confirmations of, you know, for the moment, price is continuing to follow this trend line. You know, what we might see is we might see price continuing to play around until these moving averages catch up with price. And once they catch up, you know, we could, you know, just see what happens. But EURUSD, like I said, right now, if you sold it, 40 pips stop loss, TP1 is 60 pips. So that's what we got with that. USDCHF, I see the buy happening just because, you know, price has been consolidating right here like crazy. You know, we haven't seen any movement. We've seen nothing but support happening right here. So, you know, we might get this little breakout. You know, we are seeing that little flag as well. It just depends, you know, like I said, guys, if we see the dollar going up, then boom, you know, we might get it, but definitely we could end up seeing, you know, either a downside movement to complete that sell that a lot of people have been waiting for, or, you know, the sell is what I had marked up as well. You know, you can see I have the sell situation set up, but if the sell doesn't happen, then like I said, guys, we could see this upside movement just because of the fact that the dollar might actually be increasing in strength. And then also, you know, hopping over to something like the 4-hour time chart. And if we hide everything, we're able to see more or less almost kind of like we have a head and shoulders that's forming. So even with price right here, you know, we might get one touch down, maybe like another 30, 40 pips. And then we could probably get this upside movement back up to this neckline. So USDCHF and the dollar are looking the same right now as far as those pairs go. Other than that, GBPUSD, I'm not really too sure about this pair. I let my boy FOREX Curry go over that setup for you guys. So that's that. AUDUSD. I would like to see this pair continue to go up as it follows gold. As far as trading it, I haven't really like set it up or anything just because of the fact that I don't know what AUDUSD has been doing lately. I haven't really felt too confident in my markup on AUDUSD. So, you know, we'll just see what happens. But one place that price definitely needs to come to. Oh, never mind. I had a markup. Let's check this out. I don't know if I have anything important on here. Well, with price, guys, all I got is price probably coming back, hitting where it's at. One possibility, it could cap out right here, or price can continue to go up. It could hit our 722 area right here on our -27 on our fib. That's what I got with that right there. So with these pairs, pretty much, guys, I'm looking at USDJPY for that buy. I'm looking for EURUSD for that sell. And then that's really it as far as like clean cut charts that I'm looking at tonight. If my brother Forex Curry, the one and only Dennis Curry, Mr. Catch Pips, if he has anything to say about any pairs he's looking at, bro, you're more than welcome to. I also made you the host, so you're able to share your screen if you want, brother. Just let me know if you're down to. Gold, oh yeah, gold's going to continue going up. Let me just check out that gold. So for gold, guys, what I actually have drawn up for gold is I would like to see gold go up. So for gold, this is what I got right here. I got, price could come up some more. Let me go to the daily time frame actually, so we can see this a lot better. So with gold, guys, right, gold has cleared this area right here. Gold cleared here pretty much, right? So with where gold is at, it more or less cleared it. Now what we can see is we could see price break the 618, right, which would be a TP from our buys that would have been in our zone down here, right? We would have had TP1 618, TP2 707, TP3 786, and then we could get the downside movement. Everything right here, right, is showing us rejection. So an area to check out for price that I would like to see price go to would definitely be in this zone. This zone right here is going to be very important to show us what's going to happen to gold. Guys, do not force a gold sell. If this market is clearly telling you it is going up, why are you guys, not saying you guys, but I had some friends that sold gold last night when gold was clearly telling you guys it's still going up. So, like I said, guys, definitely wait for it to go into our box right here. I'm saying around 1325 is where price should be done. So let me write that. 1325. This is around where I would like to see price hit, anywhere in between our 707 and our 618. But like I said, if I had to give you guys a number, 1325 is where I would like to see price go to. Once again, price is showing us nothing but saying that it wants to go to the downside. So why are we as traders looking for stuff other than the downside movement? You look at indices. I can look at an indice, bro. What indice do you want me to check out for you? SXP. We'll go to this one. This is a little baby markup. Cool. SPX. So I want you guys to understand, do not take any trades from me off the indices. This is literally the first time I've ever looked at this chart. I know a lot of people, they get very excited over indices just because they've seen a lot of people make a lot of money off of indices. And guys, that is, just be very careful, guys. Like, be very, very careful 100% with these indices, because, they'll take your account and they won't even play about it. So, I mean, I don't even know if I'm marking this up right. I'm actually just going to delete this and restart. Do you have a chart, Edgar, you want me to check out, bro? Because other than that, I'm going to just mark this up blindly. And also, I don't even know if I'm using the right like chart for this pair, but we'll figure it out, bro. So one thing that I'm seeing right off the rip with USD 30 is that it's found its support, SPX 500 USD. Euro entry at 145. Yeah, let me check that Euro entry and then we'll hop back to this SPX pair. 145 for what? For a sell? Oh shit. Yeah, that's actually a fire entry, bro. All right, bet. I just entered. Good luck on telling me about that price being in that area. You just made me a whole lot of money. So back to what we were looking at. SPX 500 USD. For a sell, yeah, that's what I was calling earlier. I want to see the breakout to the bottom of EU. I want to see the dollar go up, guys. That's what I'm looking for. So with this pair right here, damn, I don't know. Okay, bet. So the first thing, once again, guys, I'm not too sure about indices at all. I've never looked at a chart before tonight. I'm just doing it just because my man Edgar wanted me to. But so I'm seeing this right here, guys. You know, we have this uptrend movement. The next thing that I see is we have a support. I mean, we have a resistance spot right here at this price. So with this, you know, one thing we're seeing is we're seeing this, we're seeing a bearish flag, I think that's the right word. Hope I'm not making up something. But so this is what we're seeing. You know, I'm trying to get better with my like actual shapes and stuff in Forex. But so this is what I'm seeing as far as this pair goes. With SPX 500, you know, I'm not too sure about any correlation pairs or anything. You know, I know that's something that we could use a lot for indices. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm not helping too much, but you know, if I could say what I think price is going to do, I think that price is going to actually go. I don't even know. I'm not even going to tell you guys what I think price is going to do. I want to say price looks like it's going to go down just because of the fact that price is actually getting underneath our moving averages, right? We have our two right here, the 50 and the 200. Price looks like it's going underneath it. So if price stays underneath our 200, you know, we can start seeing sell set ups, like how this was underneath price, like how right there was underneath price, then it sold. You know, other examples would be like right here, price was underneath some of the MAs and they sold. So, you know, it just depends, guys. I don't really feel comfortable talking about this pair. You know, I've seen a lot of people make some money. I've seen a lot of people lose some money. So I don't want to even tell you guys buy or sell because some of you guys are fiends for indices. But just running through these charts one more time, guys. Dollar, I have the dollar going up. This is what I would like to see for it, right? I would like to see the dollar come up, retest our 96.5 area, just because of the fact that I am looking at a head and the shoulders on the daily time frame. My bad about all the scrolling. Let me just get situated. So, right, literally we're looking at a head and shoulders setup right here. This is exactly why I was saying Euro USD is a sell, everything else is a buy. Hop over to USDCAD. Like I said, guys, I'm looking for this sell limit to happen right here. I'm waiting for this trade setup. Hopefully it hits on USDCAD sell limit here. We're only risking 30 pips to gain 66. So sell limit on USDCAD, UJ. I told you guys this buy is looking like the better setup. You know, we might even see the buy happening right now as price is respecting this trend line. You know, it just definitely depends, but I have the buy down here. If the buy comes down to 109.16, we're risking 10 pips to make 50. So this is a Lambo lot trade. You know, I'll probably throw a standard on it if it comes down to our 382. That's USDJPY. Would you mind checking GJ? I sent the chart over. Yeah, brother, I got you. Okay, cool. So GBPJPY. Have you looked at Euro? I kind of glanced over it. So with this right here, yeah, definitely. So this even kind of on a higher time frame, we're on the 2 hour. So on a higher time frame, guys, this literally looks like a head and shoulders anyways. You know, we have our key limit, the 143.3. So that's where we've seen a lot of rejection at. Even with price and what it's doing right now, we can see price hit our 143.3 and sold down. As far as your stop loss goes, your stop loss right there is cool, bro. But for me, I probably would have put my stop loss like right there. Just because of the fact that for my trade setup, all price had to do is just make sure it goes over these candles. Because if you see, right, how can I delete this stuff? Okay, cool. If price didn't stop right here, the next point price to stop at is here because of this wick. If price doesn't stop there, then the next stop loss is here. So, you know, your stop loss up here is cool, right? You're covering price coming way up here. But realistically, one thing you need to understand about Forex, if you have the possibility of your stop loss coming up 115 pips, is this actually a good trade setup? But I agree with it, bro. This is a good sell. We have a minute left on here. Thank you guys for being on here. Hopefully we'll all catch some nuggets tonight and let's catch some pips. Happy hunting, guys. Be safe. USD news in the morning. Once again, thank you all 43 heads for being on here. Bet.
All love.
And shout out everybody that joined the group chat. You guys.
Appreciate it.
You guys are lit. Help me get to that 500. But alrighty then, guys. I'm going to end this thing. Also, the call is going to be on YouTube as soon as I'm finished. So once this is done, it'll be easy money. Once again, thank you guys. Have a good night.
Appreciate it, Ruben. Thanks, bro.